It's storm season here and things blown down everywhere, trees uprooting, branches breaking, crotches splitting.
The Grants Pass trees don't do well with snow. They're entitled. They just sit on the couch and get fatter and fatter. And then when hard times come, they can't handle it. See?
The last estimate of the day was a big cedar tree. It's splitting in half at the union bark inclusion. The guy put a little strap up, tie down cinch strap. It's way low, so the tree is gonna have this can opener leverage either way, so it's not really helping it much. It's kind of a race to make sure that it doesn't get rained on too hard or anything tonight and split off. It's right above his roof, right above their bedroom. I just went back to the barn to grab some blocks and heavy rigging line and the GRCS, kind of band-aided up for the night. And then tomorrow morning, probably break off and go to 2 different jobs with more storm work. 2 guys will be working with the crane to remove this 1 lead of the cedar, and the other guys will be back. It's getting dark. I just got a high tine and this whole side here. All this. That's big stuff. 1, 2, 3 tops. All wanting to split out right onto the house. It's cracked pretty far below the Codom union there. So what we're gonna do is, we have the GRCS at the base. We'll bring it up. We'll set a block just in here where it's still real meaty. And then we'll go directly across to another block on a pocket sling, through the block and back to here, and we'll choke it here. So we've got the advantage of the GRCS, and we've got the advantage of 2 blocks up here and choked off. So I'll show you when we're doing it, and then we'll show a view of the actual pre-tension from like a 3rd-person angle. All right, guys, I did a quick explanation of what we're doing so that you could visualize it in your head, and now you can see it in material form. So the polydyne is coming up through a block over to the other Rock Exotica Omni block, back, and it's choked off with a running bowl in here. We've got a pocket sling, or a whoopee sling here, and a pocket sling over there, and we'll go ahead and pre-tension it with the GRCS. Hopefully you can see what's going on. It's a little hairy up here, so I'll show you the outside view now.
We don't have a lot of daylight here, but
So it's already pulled over? Or?
Samurai Joe's gonna crank this thing
So
up.
it's all set up. Right. So it goes up to a block, over to a block, and then back to being choked. Okay.
Hold on, let me go to the side and see if I can see it move. All right, crank it up.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's good. It can get no running start now. That's a snow load, but they sure do get big and beautiful, these Grants Pass trees, but it only snows once a year, and every time it snows it's heavy wet snow, so they get a false sense of security for a while and then they crash. Okay, Joe's ready to go up. Impossible to tell now because it's sucked together. This is really tight, but in the wind, before we put the safety on it, this crack was opening and closing with the breezes. And if you look up, I mean, you can see it's just full-on school marm. All kinds of nooks and crannies for the wind to bite on. And the weight and the snow is what started it. But that's a goofball if I ever saw one. This is Troy. Wave, Troy.
Hey.
Troy owns the place. He's done a lot of this. Well, he's a do-it-all, do-it-yourselfer. Except for this. He says it was blowing?
Yeah, it was blowing last night. I was glad it was strapped off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
said, the wind got howling, so evidently it's good we hooked it up.
Of course. So I'm up in the top of this cedar that we rigged up last night. It's starting to split at the base. And I got 3 tops here. 1, 2, 3 off this lead. I only got 1 sling on the crane right now, and I'm thinking about putting the ends of the sling, one on each of these, and hooking it in the bite, and cutting them both to be pretty even. But we're thinking that that could cause some dynamic loading if they didn't come off perfectly smooth, so maybe we'll just take them one at a time and make them a little bit bigger. Basically, I was trying to save a trip. I can hook both the tops right now, or hook one and go down and come back up and hook the other. So we'll let you know what we decide. So I'm rerouting my rope right now, so it's gonna make for a clean rappel down through the canopy. Instead of trying to feed a rat's nest down, just a little tip, you can pile your rope up back and forth over a limb and then drop it straight down, and it'll pretty much feed itself once it starts going. Just like that. Now we got a straight, sort of straight, shot down through the brush. Alright, so we decided to take this in one longer piece. I got a half hitch here up near the top to keep it standing straight, and then I'm gonna slide down through the brush here, hook it again. There's the end of our sling. We'll get it set up and go down a little farther and make a cut.
So Joe's got the first one hooked up. Looks like I'll be able to boom up just a little bit, which will improve my capacity even more, which is great. This is just like emergency response, so we're gonna put the stuff on the ground. We're not cutting the whole tree even, which is odd, but he could just fall it out into this field. After this lead is off, the whole thing will way out this way if he wants to fall it. He's a do-it-yourselfer, like I said, pretty capable dude.
All right, we're all hooked up here. Got a pre-tension. It's not huge, probably 2,000 pounds if you factor in that it's full of wet brush. We'll make the cut. First pick off, everything went smoothly.
All right, thanks.
All right, we're about to set this second sling on the rest of this lead here. This lead leans out this way quite a bit. Normally we would hook the sling on the back side. It would make for a smooth pick, but because this is a codon tree, it has no branches back here and a lot of weight out there. So we're actually going to hook the sling on the underside of the lean, and you'll probably see that it works out to be pretty smooth when it comes on. All right, we're going to leave you guys right here looking down at the pick.
And we're going to leave you also over here looking up at the pick. And we're going to clean the lens a little because we love what we do, and we might love you too.
Won't you be my neighbor?
back. I'm taking this next one in one piece. Nothing too technical. All of the limb weight is out here. It's leaning out here. We have it hooked the same, kind of on the underside. We're doing just one cut through. The wood's trying to go this way, but we're cutting from the back in. The shelf cut can get kind of, it'll hold on to it for a while and then it will pop up out of it when you have pieces that aren't balanced. So I just cut from the back. We're just relieving the tension and letting it settle into the slings. End up with a lot less surprises. Just a little bit at a time. Super happy with the seating arrangement on this cut though. Could sit up here like a mountain lion or something. We got a rigging right here we put up last night. Got a block purchase on this stem here. It was splitting off from the main trunk down there in the wind. We had a pretty heavy snow load over the weekend. We got the GRCS down there. Hooked back to the up through the block, through this big Omni block. That's one of the first time legit reasons we've had to use the new 3/4 inch Omni, and tied back to the trunk for a nice strong anchor. We did that right before dark last night, and then we're back here in the morning taking care of it. All right, we're set up on our last top here. It's a little farther away from the front, so we're taking it in two pieces. And it's the same kind of thing. Doesn't have any limb weight on this side. It's all out there, kind of leaning that way. We're hooked on that side. We're gonna just do one cut, let it settle in, and I don't know, it's nice to be in a tree. These ones all kind of slide off of here. The way they're That's plenty on the boom down. Probably boom up a touch even. Oh man, check this out. This is a good video. This swung into the limb and unlocked the hook, and the sling is just hanging on by the gate. Make sure that doesn't happen with a log on it. Oh no, I meant like it swings in like this and then you hook it up. And they're like, all right, take it away. Snap. Yeah. We left another rope in the tree last night. I just retrieved. We got 2 tie-ins now. That spar is staying. We're just taking this one off here.
Gonna do another pick here. This is one of those reactionary wood. It's like it's grown as a sweeper, so it has like a J shape, and sometimes those J's have strange binds, like the wood is sprung under tension even when there's no pressure or any leverage against it. It's just like built-in spring. Sometimes it'll pinch a saw.
Alright, a little bit awkward. We got this big dog leg here. I think we are going to use a bit of a shelf cut on it. Cut a shelf in and then just let it sit on it.
So we had it wicked tight last night, and it taking those tops off brought it up enough that the rope was just taut but not like super tight anymore. We taut that rope a thing or two.
curly looking limb right above me. That's the one I'm talking about, but you're... Oh, that scared me. It just dropped down to like...